Hi, I'm Ted from Everything Attachments, and we're today with our large compact grapple or utility size tractor grapple. And the compact tractors just keep getting bigger and bigger. So for those 50 horsepower and up compact tractors that really have a lot of lift capacity, we've built the strength in this where you're not going to bend it with your 2,000, 2,500 pound lift machines. And we've made it in two different sizes, which is a 72 and a 55. We make them in a dual lid and a single lid. This is the first one we've done the video on where you could actually see the 55-inch single lid. Some people like a double lid, some people like a single. As you'll see, you don't gain or you don't lose a lot of weight just because you get a single lid. Because of the way we build them, meaning we want them to be as strong as our dual lid grapples, and we like to build our attachments in general where they're as strong as what you will be doing. So this is basically the same as a dual lid made into one. You do get the advantages of a really fast opening and closing. We do put the 2.5-inch cylinder instead of the 2-inch on it because you have a 10-inch stroke. But since there's only one, it'll still be nice and quick. And it's going to be really strong because we've really raised this point up, give it a lot of down leverage where you got a lot of crushing force, even though it's a single lid. We're still using the good Parker fittings that have the swivels built in them, so every time you're rolling back and forth, even though a hose flexes, no one I know of puts a swivel on it so it's not wearing out the coupler on your tractor as the grapple goes up and down. It's not, because this hose, I've seen them actually used as a drive shaft for some things because it'll flex, but you can't twist it. So all that twist has to rotate the coupler on your tractor, and we do that simply for you there where it's meant to be rotated without any extra wear on your couplers. And that's just some of the things we do at Everything Attachments to give you the best thing for the money. We've added some neat formed gussets in here because we've came up really high with these, even though it's out of 3/8, which would be a little bit thin. We've made it so tall that it's got super amount of strength, and with these formed gussets, we've just had absolute great success so far. We're putting a 1-inch piece on the front, a greasable pin all the way through to the middle where the grease comes out in the middle of there. We've put our Wicked logo on it. All that's laser cut to make it really sharp and nice. I do have the hoses plugged together so I can lift this. It's a little sharp and heavy. All right, so you've got your full 43 inches of height from your points here. So as you can see, we put a lot of meat in here around this column here to give it a lot of strength. We've added a thicker lid to it to keep the twist out of it. That's why you're not really losing much weight, but you got a super strong piece. Great for brush and stuff where you can do it quick. Got a large opening. We've kept everything with the round tines on it. We never do the square tines and butt it straight to the tube. It's simply not near as strong. Does save a lot of steel, but we don't cut corners here. We simply go around them and Everything Attachments. You'll find that we use drawn over mechanical tubing for our main strength of the lid to start with a common pin that goes all the way from one side to the other, just simply making it stronger, rigid, no flexing going on. For the small compact grapples, we leave the back plates off just to save a little weight, and they just don't need to be there. We've rigided it up a little bit by adding these plates, giving you a smooth area to come in. We've tapered the sides so when you pick it up, it's going to self-center. So at Everything Attachments, we just simply want to build the products that I want to try to use. And, I'm pretty hard on items. So far, we really haven't had any damaged in the field so far. Some of the videos that I get Peanut to do, he uses them more like a realistic customer would use them. Some of the videos I do are probably some of the things you shouldn't do, but we do them just to make sure that what we're building for you will hold up to about anything. So at Everything Attachments, this does also come in a John Deere hitch or a global Euro hitch, which John Deere's starting to use a lot of now. We are starting to put on our patriotic decal here of EA. And if anyone's got any equipment they've already had before we started getting our logo, we'll be happy to send them to you. Just send Travis an email. We'll be happy to get those to you. This is what we've come up with is the end of our utility grapples. We've covered the dual lids, the single lids. Now we've just purchased a 141 horsepower M6 Kubota, so we'll be building 2 more sizes of grapple larger than this. One is going to be more of the one that goes on the 100 to 200 horsepower tractor, will be a much larger farm-style grapple that will do everything this grapple will do, including having a big enough and rounded lid to pick up a round bale. So keep looking for Everything Attachments to keep always improving the line and everything that we have for you. But give us a call or an email at Everything Attachments. All of our salesmen are great here. We'll be happy to help you get the right thing for your tractor.